I canceled $47 a month in research software last year, replaced every bit of it with free tools, and my literature reviews actually got faster. Not slower, faster. That's the part that made me feel a little stupid for paying so long. Here's how I got there. I used to be one of those people who thought better research meant better software, and better software meant a subscription. I was paying for a reference manager upgrade, a citation tracker, an AI summarizer, and a search tool that promised to save me hours. Added up over a year, and I was closing in on $560 just to read papers I could technically find for free anyway. So I gave myself a month to rebuild my entire research workflow using only free tools, and I want to walk you through exactly what stuck, what got uninstalled within a week, and what I'm still using every single day. I'll start with the one that surprised me the most, Notebook LM. This is Google's tool where you feed it your own sources, PDFs, articles, your own notes, and it only answers based on what you gave it. No hallucinated citations, no it making up a study that doesn't exist. I dropped in 11 papers for a project on sleep and memory consolidation, and it built me a working summary with citations pointing back to the exact source document. The audio overview feature, where it generates a conversational discussion of your material, sounds like a gimmick until you're commuting and you realize you just absorbed a decent chunk of a dense paper without staring at a screen. Where it falls short is depth. If you want it to reason across studies and flag contradictions, you're doing that work yourself. It organizes. It doesn't critique. Next was Elicit, and this one actually changed how I search. Instead of typing keywords into a database and hoping you ask it a research question and it pulls relevant papers, then extracts specific data points, methodology, sample size, key findings, into a table you can scan in seconds. I used it to screen through what would have taken me an entire afternoon of manual abstract reading, and it cut that down to about 40 minutes. The catch is that the free tier caps how many papers you can process in depth, and for a systematic review with hundreds of candidates, you'll hit that wall fast. For a normal literature scan, though, it's close to essential now. Consensus is the one I recommend to people who are sick of Google Scholar giving them forum posts and press releases mixed in with actual studies. You ask it a yes or no research question, something like, does creatine improve cognitive performance? And it shows you what the actual body of research says, weighted by how many studies agree. It's genuinely good for getting a fast read on scientific consensus before you commit to a deep dive. The honest downside is it's built for quick answers, not full review. If your work needs exhaustive coverage of a niche topic, you'll still need to go deeper elsewhere. Semantic Scholar doesn't get talked about enough. It's been around for years, it's completely free, and its citation graph is genuinely one of the most useful research features that exists. You find one good paper, and it shows you everything that cites it and everything it cites, which is how you actually trace how an idea developed instead of just finding one snapshot of it. I use it as my home base now. The interface is a little plain compared to some of the flashier AI tools, but plain and reliable is underrated when you're 3 hours into a research session. Then there's Research Rabbit, which somebody in my comments actually recommended after I complained about how hard it is to find adjacent papers in a new field. It builds a visual network of connected research, and you can watch it branch out from a single starting paper into an entire map of a field. I used it when I was jumping into a topic I knew almost nothing about, and it helped me find 3 foundational papers I would have missed with a normal keyword search. It's a discovery tool, not an analysis tool, so don't expect it to summarize anything for you. It just shows you where to look next. Connected Papers does something similar, but I want to be clear, it's not redundant with Research Rabbit. Where Research Rabbit is about ongoing exploration and collections, Connected Papers gives you a single visual graph for one seed paper, sized and positioned by similarity. It's the tool I open when I already have my anchor paper and I need related work fast for a specific section of a paper I'm writing rather than a broad exploration. 5 minutes and I have a cluster of candidates to read. The limitation is it only handles a few free graph generations before it asks you to upgrade, so I ration my use of it for when I really need it. Zotero is the boring one, and I mean that as the highest compliment. It's a free reference manager, it syncs across devices, it has a browser extension that grabs citation info off a page with one click, and it formats bibliographies in whatever style your journal or professor demands. I tried switching away from it twice, once to a paid tool with a nicer interface, and came crawling back both times because Zotero just works and doesn't lock your library behind a subscription. If you're not using a reference manager at all right now, start here before anything else on this list. Perplexity's free tier earned a permanent spot in my browser tabs for a different reason. When I need a fast, factual answer with sources attached, not a full literature review, just a quick check on a claim or a definition with a citation I can verify, it's faster than digging through search results myself. I do not use it for deep research. I use it as a smarter first stop before I go to the tools built for actual academic work. Last one, cite. This one is about citation context, meaning it tells you whether a paper has been cited supportingly, contradicted, or just mentioned in passing by later research. That distinction matters more than people realize, because a paper can be cited hundreds of times and still be widely disputed. The free access is limited compared to their paid tiers, so I use it selectively, mainly to sanity check a paper I'm about to lean on heavily in my own work. So here's my actual stack now, the one I'd tell a friend to copy exactly. Zotero, to hold everything. Semantic Scholar and Elicit to search and screen. Consensus when I need a fast consensus check. Research Rabbit or connected papers to expand into a new area. Notebook LM to digest my own collected sources. And Cite when a citation really needs to be trusted before I build on it. That's it. $0 a month. And it outperforms the paid setup I had before. What actually got cut was anything that promised to do the thinking for me, instead of organizing the evidence for me to think with. Every tool that overpromised on analysis and underdelivered on transparency got uninstalled fast. Out of these 7, which one are you trying first? And if you're already using one I didn't mention, tell me in the comments because I'm always testing new ones. I run this exact kind of test constantly, canceling subscriptions, breaking workflows on purpose, so you get the short list instead of the sales pitch. Subscribe if you want that short list before you spend a single dollar on the wrong tool.